I believe. um, my days have kind of blended all together because it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. I should say, some fun things recently. I also would like to hear from you if there's anything in my garden that you want to know how to harvest specifically. Let me know and I can make separate videos of those things. I do plan on making a video on how to harvest the marshmallow root because that's a little different. That's not something you see every day. But if there's any like the herbs and stuff that you specifically want me to show you. So recently the fun thing I did was I went to Canton down in Texas. I don't know if any of you guys have been to Canton, but it's a big, huge flea market that is put on down there with tons of vendors, just fun things to look at. So I kind of want to show you a couple of the fun things that I got from there because I thought they were fun and maybe you would think they're fun too. And so one of them, I don't know if anybody has seen these. I only got one because I was like, I'm gonna try it out and see if I actually wear it before I buy. It was like 3 for $50 or something like that before I buy 3 of them because I only brought 100 with me, which if you want to have complete freedom in Canton, I would advise to do like 150. just saying, there's some fun stuff and there's some good quality stuff, but the good quality stuff is kind of expensive. So you just twist it and you got like a little headband. And I'm like, maybe I can make this on my own. I don't know. I think it's just a wire hanger in there that's been cut. And yeah, but I thought this was kind of cute. And then I also got this wonderful sign. Let me see. There we go. Okay. It says, "And into the garden I go to lose my mind and find my soul," which I think is very appropriate for us gardeners. I know my garden's like a hobby garden, but it's also someplace where I go to kind of refortify my soul a bit, touch something that God created that I'm able to steward. And then the other thing I'm really excited about is, I don't know if you guys are into Stanleys. I have not been into Stanleys really. I was like, they're cool, but they're really expensive for, I feel like, what they are, especially if you get one like generic design or something. But I saw this one at Canton. I paid like $40. I forgot the name of who does these. Maybe I'll have to, I don't know. I gave them cash, so I actually don't know. But she does laser engraving. I tried to find one that was like garden, and she didn't have really one. She had one that was like with bees and some flowers on it, but I was like, no, I want like a garden one. But she didn't have this. But I'm really into like this kind of design. So I was like, this will do. This will do. I got these 3 things, and then I got like a pair of cool sunglasses for my son. I got a cool cape for my daughter, and I got some barbecue sauce for my husband. I got a bar of soap because I love me some homemade soap. And so it was a lot of fun. So that was Canton. If you're in Texas, I think it's definitely worth it. Just don't go when it's crazy hot. Like we went this last one and it was hot. Okay, so the garden tour, I really just want to show you guys. I mean, I'll show you everything, but there is something that's been kind of taking over my garden, and I'm like, it's popping up everywhere, and I'm gonna have to kill some of them because I don't know, there's not really any place for them. But anyways, let's get on to the garden tour. Okay, we'll start over here. Don't mind this stuff. It has a bunch of the straw in there, and they say wait a year to use it. I used it this year, but that's for when I need a retouch bit next year. Okay, so this is so far what it's looking like. This bed, there's a lot of green. There's some color, but like you can see the damage that the rabbit did, and it's trying to recover. So it's kind of recovering from that rabbit. Like all the celosias are really small. The sweet peas are kind of starting to climb in certain spots. And then there's, look at that. It's so pretty. The diathis still hasn't bloomed. So there's some of the snapdragons. An up close picture of them. And there's some of the Gumphrenas. It's kind of cool. I'm excited to see this bed when it's like all laid, like full bloom, everything's going. I know some of the stuff will peter out because when I was planning it, that's what it said would happen, but hopefully I can kind of fill some more stuff out here. A nice little overview of the garden as we walk. All right, so we got this here. And this is the new kind of entry into it. I don't know if I showed you guys this with everything. I've been having some aphid problems with my tomatoes, so I've been kind of going along the stem and just kind of flipping it and then going and killing them. You can also use like tape and stuff, but I'm finding that it takes longer to do the tape. So, and then you want to take any of these off if you're new to tomatoes. Those are called suckers. And you want to just take those off. You don't have to, but it will keep your space cleaner. It's more for cleanliness, making sure you're not having issues with airflow kind of thing. So these are my sun gold. Oh no. Okay. From here over is sun gold. And then this is the I can't say it correctly. Pincinolo? I don't know. It's an Italian variety that I got from the seed house, I think is what it's called. It's a guy that runs it in California. I need to tap that one down. Whoop. We'll do that later. Oh, like look at that. So that is aphid damage. Right there, all those little white things. That is gonna be, I don't know exactly what they are, but that is sure all the time that there's aphids. I don't know if those are eggs, to be 100% honest, but I just know if you see that, you're gonna see a ton of aphids. And lately it seems like they've been living like in my tomatoes, like this part. Oh, and there's more down there too. Like you can go on and kill a bunch of aphids. They never truly go away. I'm just trying to kill the ones that I see really quickly, because it is gonna rain. So I'm hoping if I can, one of the videos done, I'm gonna come clean this out, and hopefully between cleaning them out and then the rain hitting, we'll kind of clear those out. But I'll have to tell you guys how these two taste. Excuse me, I think I played too hard. Comparatively, I really like Sun Gold. They're probably my favorite cherry tomato, but we'll see how those do. Okay, so then these are all my King of Siberias. They kind of are like a yellow tomato. Oh, this one has some damage. See that? That nice big open spot. That's gonna cause problems. Probably will just toss it or use it for fried green. And this is where the aphids on this side have been causing problems. So this one has been kind of just, it actually hasn't got much aphid, but it's just been super curly. I probably need to hit it with something. But this is King of Siberia. There's one Burbank. It's also on this side as well. I wonder if it goes like all the way around. No, it does stop on either side, but that's not good. These are these Italian varieties that I don't really know how to actually say. Del Vesuvio. And that's another Pinot, whatever that was over here. So, and then I have some apple mint. I love apple mint. I drank some of it this winter for the first time, and I was like, actually, why haven't I done this sooner? It was actually really, really good just by itself. And then, and here's my dill. But that's getting pretty stocky. I needed to do more, clean up that bed a little bit more, and maybe put some straw down would be a good idea. And if you're asking what all the forks are for, it's for rabbits. And then here's a weed that is like actually kind of a really nasty weed. It has a bunch of pokies on it. And then these are some peppers. I got my Nana Pinos over here. Bunch of basil in the middle. Some Jimmy Nardellos right here, 2 of them. That, if you remember last time, when I was like, I think this is a ground cherry, or whatever I might have said. I think I said it was a ground cherry. It was a ground cherry. So that got moved. And then these are Etudas, these 2. I got a couple cucumbers back there. These 4 are Jimmy Nardellos. There was a Jimmy Nardello that was kind of ready, but now I don't see it. Oh, here it is. And I was going to show you guys what they look like. Nope, and I just picked it off. Okay, so it's like this. All right, it's kind of deceiving, because usually they say the more bumpy and stuff, whatnot, it's hotter the pepper is. But this one's actually not that. It's actually very good. It's very good crunchy tomato, or not tomato, pepper. And then, oh, actually the 2 in the back are Jimmy Nardellos. The 2 in the front are Bell Nose. And then these 2 are Ozark Giant. And then that back here, eggplant is, oh my goodness, did you guys see that? I've never seen something like that before. That's interesting. Like, it looks like a caterpillar, but it looks like a spider. I don't know. That's interesting. I might have to research some of that, what it is. Or if you happen to grow an eggplant and you know what that is, let me know. But yeah, those are 2 Ozark Giant. There's an eggplant. Okay, this is, guess what that is? A ground cherry. Guess what that is? A ground cherry. Guess what? There's 1, 2, 3. There's also like a couple back here. Those are all ground cherries. That's what's taking over the garden. There's so many ground cherries. I'm gonna empty this so it's not standing water. And here's some borage. So that's fun. I've never done borage before. I need to get these guys staked. These are some green peppers. Oh, something's been eating on them, I think. Yeah. Oh, yep. Something's been, I don't know if you guys can see that, but like something took a bite of that. That's sad. And I need to clean up the garden again. So these are my green beans. These are Kalima. They're my favorite green bean. I like them a lot. And then we got some rosemary up here with some sage. This was supposed to be sage that was hopefully going to come back, but never did. So I need to kind of clean that up. This is empty for right now. And this is Genovese and Momola basil in there mixed. I don't know what it is exactly, but I need to harvest some of that. And there's also asparagus in there. I did kind of like I believe I did Mary Washington, and then this is there's like a French variety, it's like a white one. I forgot what it's called. I'll have to look it up. And this is my Thai basil. I harvested some yesterday. And then, guys, there's this. Just this whole wall of ground cherries. Like, it's crazy. So these are Aunt Molly's down here. This one is the other variety. I'd have to look it up again. It's morning. I haven't ate any food, so my brain's moving slow. I'll tell you guys what that one is, but I forgot the name off the top of my head. And then there's, I don't think it's going to do much, but there's some lemongrass in there. There's one, and then I don't even know. Two? Yeah, two. But absolutely buried in ground cherries, which is fine. I like ground cherries. They're fun. They're a really fun snack. I love the taste of them. If you haven't tasted a ground cherry, they're like a cherry and a tomato all in one bite. You'll taste one on the fore end. Sorry, there's mosquitoes everywhere. They're trying to mosquitoes on the fore end. Mosquitoes on the fore end. That's not what I meant. That'd be nasty. Cherry on one end and then a tomato taste on the other end. And it's really interesting. Some people don't like them. Like my mom doesn't like them, but my mother-in-law really likes them. I really like them. When they're kind of ready, here's one that's slightly getting ready. Okay. So if you kind of noticed on this one, I'll pick it. You can kind of see. I'll show you that after so that way I can focus it a little bit better. Okay. So in this bed, I have lots of kind of stuff it feels like going on. I got a couple things of cilantro. I got 5 gingers going on. So that will be fun. I'm excited for the ginger to juice it and stuff like that. And then I got 2 Genovese basils, and I just harvested some as well on here. And then I have some Momola basil, which is another like French, Italian, whatever variety. I put French and Italian together because I feel like they're fairly similar profiles. They might be a little different if I went to like actually go to Italy and go to French. All right, so here's some lemon basil as well, both of these. And I need to taste my batch of lemon basil, but I think I nailed down my lemon basil tea recipe that I can share. Here's some chamomile. This bed, I love it, but it's been giving me problems with the rabbit. Okay, so you know how I replaced... Oh wait, maybe I haven't replaced it yet. I don't know. But this one I needed to replace. There's the other half. There's the chunk that the rabbit chomped off or something. Like, this is just crazy. I put a bunch of forks in there, hopefully deter it from trying to come back. There's my thyme. I need it to get more bushier because I love thyme. Thyme's like one of my favorite spices. I also been sprinkling some cayenne pepper. Sorry, I feel like the garden's a mess right now. Cayenne pepper in the beds, and that has seemed to deter rabbits. minus, we also killed one. So, you know, there's that. There's the oregano. I wish my thyme was like my oregano, because I love thyme more than oregano, but I will take it. It's growing great. We'll have no problem growing oregano, just FYI. There's my lettuce. It's still going, which is kind of surprising to me, but it is. So that's cool. I got some, this is Butter Crunch. This one's Cherokee Purple. These two are 4 seasons. And here's my echinacea. I pulled out a bunch of weeds that were growing right here. This is my marshmallow root. Like, it's growing so big. It's doing so good. Okay, and then for tomatoes, I got White Beauty along this wall. They're supposed to be kind of a tropically tasting tomato, so that will be kind of fun. And then around here, I got Burbank. That goes to, I think these are all Burbank right here. Pretty sure. And then, yeah, and then this starts San Marzano's lineup. So I got 6 San Marzanos. Okay, I think this is all Burbank. And I got 7 Burbank. And I got 6 White Beauty. So that's the overview of this guy. Like, I'm still amazed that these ground cherries are going crazy like they are. So it's kind of funny, when I first started planting ground cherries, I read that once you have ground cherries, you will always have ground cherries, because they reseed really, really well. So I'm like, well, that's true. My experience so far, it's true. Okay, and then last stop is the porch, and then I gotta go feed my kiddos. But, and this I need to work on today. And there's my strawberries. They look like they just need to be reset. Oops. They look very, very sad. I got 1, 2, 3. There's one down there. 4 that survived. I'm sure these would survive if I put like new soil in or something, but I haven't yet. So, and then I got my lavender, which is doing really well. These are the stuff I come up with to protect against squirrels. I need to put some forks in here. That would work. I think the fork thing has worked fairly well. That was I got from my grandmother. That's nothing. So this is doing really well. I got less than I started with, which always tends to happen. And I need some water as well. But I love the smell of lavender. And then down here, there's only one that survived. It was lemon balm. Okay, so I said I would show you this. So you can kind of see there's some tinge of yellow on it. You'd want to do it when it's like all more yellow. But this is what they kind of look like. They kind of look like a tiny tomatillo. And when you eat them at this stage, when they're not actually developed all the way, they're more sour, I feel like. They're still edible, but they're more sour. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with me. We beat the rain. It's supposed to rain today at like 9. I don't know if it will, because as I said, that the sun is starting to come out, so who knows. It wasn't that high of a chance of rain, so I was like, maybe, but it did seem like it was gonna rain while we were doing the tour. I was like, But again, let me know if there's anything in the garden that you would like a full depth of how to, or like a how to grow, and make sure you specify. And if want one of these thingies. Which, I mean, you could probably, if you're really handy, you could probably do this yourself, to be honest. But Amanda Bright Designs, amandabrightdesigns.com. So, I think it's kind of cute. You can also do them like this, or they're kind of like a necklace thingy. But I would never, I won't do that. If I do anything, it's going to be for this. And do it just like this. Anyways, I hope everybody has a great day. Spend time with your kids. Today I'm gonna be prepping some food for my kiddos because one of them went to the ortho and got a expander put in his mouth. So he stayed home from summer school, and I'm sure he has all the yummy foods that he could possibly have that are soft. Anyways, have a great day, guys.